It looks as if Derby County have got their man. They've been searching for a goalkeeper far and wide since Joe Wildsmith moved on to pastures new. Scott Loach also retired, but it looks as if Derby County and Djurgarden over in Sweden have came to an agreement to bring Jacob Zetterstrom from Djurgarden to Derby County over the course of the next few weeks. Hopefully that deal is done over the next few days. It seems as if he's not going to be able to join Derby County until they've played their final European Conference qualifying round game, which is on the 1st of August, I believe. And after that, he should be free to join Derby County. Now, before we get into this video, talking about the latest hits that we have about Jacob Zetterstrom, make sure we hit that subscribe button down below. We're working really hard on the channel to hit 1,000 subscribers. We're on 950, I think, at the minute. I really appreciate the support on the channel over the course of the last month. It's been absolutely massive, one of the best months ever. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and let me know your thoughts on the transfers down in the comments. An article has been released this evening saying that Jacob Zetterstrom is on a plane to London to come and visit Derby County, as well as to take part in his medical before signing terms with the Championship club. What we have from Sports Belder is that they previously revealed that Derby County had bid for the goalkeeper that currently plays for Djurgarden. Now, Boss Anderson confirms that the 26-year-old is flying to London to join the club. There was a postponed match today that he was involved in, and that's caused a lot of stress for the goalkeeper. He is obviously in a situation where he wants to come to England. He wants to play for Derby. There was an interview where he said something about coming to England is massive. It's something he wants to do in his career. They've agreed on the terms, it seems, and he now needs to get here, get to know everybody, and get himself as our first choice goalkeeper. Boss Anderson says that he is Scandinavian's best keeper. He'll be in London tomorrow. And when I say tomorrow, that is today as you're watching this. I'm recording this late at night. But he will be back with Djurgarden for their final European Conference League qualifier. And it says something about additional matches in the Conference League. Now, I don't know if that means that he's available after this one or if he's going to be available after the next rounds, because I think there's 2 more rounds of qualifiers, and I think that takes us up to the end of August. Now, for me, I don't like that. I don't like us agreeing a deal, signing contracts if he's going to be playing for another club. Because if he is to break his arm, break his leg, break his neck, have another head injury because he wears a helmet, you might have seen it on the thumbnail, then it puts us in a bad spot. It puts us in a really, really bad spot. So let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments. I'm just not quite sure how I feel about him potentially signing everything to be our player, but not joining until the end of August. I'm under the impression that he will join at the end of this European qualifier round, which I believe ends on the 1st. So it will be interesting to see what does happen with it. Obviously, Derby County need probably more than one keeper, really. Obviously, Josh Vickers will be number 2. Obviously, like for me, I'm only guessing that Vickers will be number 2. Obviously, you might end up having a worldy start to the season, and then you can't just chuck a new keeper in because they've started well. So it's one of those for me. But I do think this could be a really, really good signing for Derby County. I believe the fee is rumoured to be around £1.5 million. It's one of those, though, where I think that it's going to be a low initial fee, and it's going to be like appearance-based boosts, survival boosts, promotion boosts, hitting the playoffs, clean sheet markers, if he doesn't concede X amount of goals, things like that. That I think will ultimately get him to hit that £1.5 million. Now, the other keeper that Derby County were interested in is Daniel Iversen from Leicester City. Now, it's being reported that Leicester City want £1.5 million and Daniel Iversen wants £25,000 a week wages. Now, If you have not done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below or in this top corner to stay tuned for all of my latest Derby County and EFL League One and Championship content that's going to be heading your way over the course of this season. If there's anything that you do want to see, make sure you drop that down in the comments and I'll make sure to try and do my best to get that video out for you. Looking at that, I completely understand why Derby County have gone and looked elsewhere. Obviously, Iversen has championship and experience in the English leagues, but we can't be paying 25 grand a week. I just don't think that's our wage structure anymore. I don't think it's something we're even going to look into anymore. And it's one of those for me where obviously Derby County still need a whole host of players, and it's like if you go and spend £1.5 million on a goalkeeper and then give them 25 grand a week, like, it's ridiculous money. Ridiculous money. It's what, 100 grand a month? That's what, £1.2 million a year? It's ridiculous. Like, obviously, short career and all that, but £1.2 million a year for Daniel Iversen. Like, I look back at some of the wages that we've paid as a club and some of the transfer fees we've paid, and I'm absolutely baffled that I felt like it was normal. Like, I'm much more impressed with the £400,000 initial fee for Ibu Adams leading up to £1 million and the £600,000 for Kenzo Goldmine, and obviously this deal, the initial fee is rumoured to be at £800,000 to £900,000, and like I'm baffled by some of the fees these days. And obviously, looking at this signing of Zetterstrom, it could be a very, very good one. He's obviously going to come in as number one. We discussed that earlier. But my problem is, if he isn't coming till the end of August, which is a possibility here, and Vickers, we go and win, I think it's 5 games. If we go and win all 5 in August, and we don't concede many goals, what happens then? Because we're then going to be paying £1.5 million for a goalkeeper to sit on the bench. I mean, it's good backup. Zetterstrom is identified as Scandanavian's best goalkeeper, which is going to be interesting to see, because we've not had very many good goalkeepers. Obviously, we had Lee Grant, he was really good, and then wasn't. Scott Carson, he was really good, then just got dropped for no reason. Wildsmith was good last year, but I think at League One level, when you've got the money we've got, you should have a good goalkeeper. So, obviously, it's going to be interesting to see a good goalkeeper for once. Hopefully, he's in on the first, second, third, whatever, so that he's in for Blackburn. I'm not saying he has to start at Blackburn, but just having him involved, having him around the squad, even if it's sitting on the bench, do the warm-up, get a feel for it over in England. That's something which I think could be important. Obviously, he's going to be match fit, he's going to be sharp, he's been playing in European Conference qualifiers, and I believe the Swedish league runs at a weird time. I believe it's a summer league. I could be wrong, but I believe they're currently playing already in their league. So it's not like he's not been playing. So he could easily step straight in. But for me, he's got to come in, and he's got to come in as soon as possible. Now that we've spoke about Jacob Zetterstrom, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Do you think he's going to come in after their next qualifier, or do you think it's going to be one of those deals where he comes in at the end of the qualifying rounds, which is obviously not what Derby County need, but it would obviously help out Djurgarden a massive amount, and maybe even be the reason why the fee is low. It was reported I'm not sure how long ago it was, but he was of interest to, I believe, Wolves. And I think the fee was something around £3 or £4 million. So we've dropped that down massively, and that might be to do with this deal that we're making with them so that you can play in the qualifiers. Now, you'll have to let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And while you're down there, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button as well so you can stay tuned for all of my latest Derby County and EFL Championship and League One content. And I'll catch you in my next video. Make sure to go and find me on TikTok, pictured here, and Twitter, pictured here. These are the places where I'll keep you all up to date with all my upcoming videos and my thoughts and feelings around the Formula 1 and football weekend.